This presentation, created by Audrey Kirby and Samantha, directly addresses disruptive behaviour. Disruptive behaviours can be a significant challenge for learning and management in classroom environments. Disruptive behaviour can be one of the biggest challenges for classroom management and concerns for teachers. Disruptive behaviours by students are defined as behaviours that cause negative class participation, disrupt the classroom teaching and learning process, and affect the teachers and other students. ABC chart is a framework used to understand and analyse behaviour and comprises of components of antecedent, behaviour and consequence. Antecedents include what happened directly before the behaviour occurred. Behaviour is a specific action or actions of behaviour of interest, and consequence is what happened directly after the behaviour occurred. ABC is a key aspect used for behaviour management as it aims to document elements of timing, frequency, intensity, and duration of behaviour that is characterised as problematic. ABC is used to gather information to assist in the development of a behaviour support plan and is completed by a member of the school staff outside of the classroom teacher. This provides an opportunity to observe the student and record information around the student's behaviours in areas of both positive and negative occurrences. ABC helps in analysing and predicting behaviour. In the classroom or playground where disruptive behaviour occurs, the ABC chart supports the identification of problem of events as they are happening within the environment. The support of the ABC chart for disruptive behaviour ensures teachers can identify the factors leading up, during, and after the event and a consequence is given. This assessment tool can be utilised for prevention to address the challenging behaviour in future reference. Functional Behaviour Assessment, also known as FBA, is a process that is used to identify the events in an environment that relate to an individual's challenging behaviour. FBA maximises the effectiveness and efficiency of a behaviour support plan for students and is typically conducted with family members and professionals by using descriptive, indirect, and direct assessment strategies. FBAs are effective in the link they can provide by helping reduce challenging behaviours through directly modifying antecedent events by establishing new behavioural support that benefits students. Functional behaviour assessments should be conducted when the behaviour of a student continues to interfere with his or her learning or the learning of others. When, despite the consistent implementation of universal, Tier 1 and targeted intervention strategies under Tier 2 is not effective, this is when a functional behaviour assessment is warranted to be brought in to assess the student's behaviour and determine the factors that may be associated with the problem behaviour. Functional behaviour assessments are an effective tool for addressing disruptive behaviour. FBAs are evidence-based approaches focused on understanding the root causes of behaviour and providing the appropriate interventions to manage disruptive behaviour. FBA is an approach that can be time-consuming, however, it can support disruptive behaviour outcomes of the students by helping identify the triggers and the goal of disruptive behaviour, decide on a new approach to try, set targets, benchmarks, and evaluation strategies, implement and monitor progress, and assess outcomes. Ultimately, contributing to the identification of the patterns within students for the reason for the behaviour and enabling interventions which can lead to significant improvement in problem behaviour.
Bill Rogers' strategy: direction with tactical pausing. Gain attention, then pause before giving the direction. State what you want them to do, not what you want them to stop doing. Speak in a firm but a friendly way. When directing a whole class, you could say, everybody, looking at me, thanks. Then pause. Wait for the attention and the regaining from all students, and the focus is on you before stating the next direction or instruction. The pause is critical. Without the pause, you could be halfway through your direction or more in so before the student even catches on that you are talking to them. To analyse the tactical pausing and to explain why to do this, because it's easy and fast with good results many times, saves instructional time, minimises distractions and misbehaviours, improves students' attention and focus, keeps the class on track, provides effective prompts with little effort, brings students back to the task at hand, does not have a significant negative association, and it can be utilised in the middle of instruction, activities, and discussion. Direction with tactical pausing. The best time to do it, generally, Tier 1, we'll explain what that means further along the video. When students are off task, inattentive, talking out of turn, misbehaving, getting off topic, not doing the task correctly, or when students appear confused or lost. Key principles, takeouts. Simply provide a student or students with a quick reminder of what they should be doing, where they should be, and what their expectations are. Example, the class rules and routines. They are well aware. Just reminding. Do not make your redirection more than 1 or 2 sentences. Give your redirection and keep going on with what you're doing. Be clear and concise with redirection statements using when and then instead of no, not this, no you can't, why are you doing this? Keep the corrective language positive. Make your redirections to the point. Keep a respectful tone of voice. Redirection can also be nonverbal, such as eye contact or proximity control. Keep the interaction least intrusive. So when we speak about proximity control, meaning how to do so is gravitate toward the trouble spots where challenging behaviours are occurring. Your physical proximity will act as a natural deterrent for misbehaviour. If you notice that certain areas of your classroom are being hotspots, it might be worth creating a seating plan that splits up more troublesome individuals.
Okay, class, this task we have a book in front of you. We're going to do quiet reading and then we're going to paraphrase the story you read. Emma! That's enough! I'm becoming very sick of your behaviour. Every single day. Why are you always the one ruining class time? If you showed you actually cared about your learning, maybe you would stop acting like a clown. Do you want to stay back at lunchtime and complete this?
No.
Then start acting your age and stop being a distraction to everyone else. Honestly, I don't know how you expect to go anywhere in life if this is how you behave.
In that video, the teacher demonstrated ineffective behaviour management skills. To elaborate, yelling escalates the situation, heightens tension, and invites a defensive or rebellious reaction. Public shaming damages student-teacher trust and rapport, leading to humiliation, resentment, or disengagement. Students of a primary age may laugh, feel uncomfortable, or become anxious in the classroom. And finally, it doesn't teach Emma what to do, instead only that she's a problem in the classroom.
So yeah, I went to the beach on holiday and I loved it so much.
Okay, everybody, eyes this way. The next task we're going to do involves having your book in front of you. We're going to do silent reading and then you're going to
And then I went to the beach.
paraphrase the book in 3 paragraphs. Thank you.
This video demonstrates how the teacher uses tactical pausing when Emma is being disruptive and calling out. The tactical pause from the teacher gives Emma the opportunity to conduct herself and assess what she is doing wrong. The teacher is not putting Emma's disruptive behaviour under a spotlight. In the previous video, the teacher asked Emma why she was acting that way and explicitly labelled her behaviour to the whole class. When the teacher walks and stands behind Emma, it subtly directs the class attention to Emma and the teacher, which makes Emma feel like now is the time to stop disrupting. For a primary age student such as Emma, it is more effective if the teacher remains calm and uses non-verbal cues during learning time, to not embarrass a young student. A restorative conversation could be had after class. Tactical pausing and non-verbal cues allows Emma to calmly reassess her behaviour. The behaviour management framework known as Positive Behaviour Support, or PBS, is an evidence-based framework that aims to prevent and attend to disruptive and challenging behaviours by enforcing positive behaviour across 3 levels of support. To foster a positive, safe and respectful classroom climate, PBS operates through the consistent modelling and acknowledgement of positive behaviour according to the explicit behavioural expectations. For PBS to be successful, teachers should be actively monitoring for positive student behaviour throughout the entirety of each lesson. Additionally, student monitoring and collaborative evaluation between the teacher, students, administrators and parents is necessary for the targeted tiered interventions to be successfully implemented. PBS operates according to 3 tiers of behaviour intervention: Tier 1 is viewed as a universal approach that offers behaviour management to about 80% of students at the school who cause low-level interruptions. In a normal classroom setting, students in Tier 1 would receive general and effective behaviour support from the teacher, including clear expectations, differentiation, and positive behaviour acknowledgement. Students who consistently dismiss Tier 1 behavioural interventions are taken to Tier 2, which makes up about 15% of the school population. Within the Tier 2 level, students who showcase consistent minor behaviour will often meet with executive teachers to receive directed positive behaviour support. Students in Tier 3 who demonstrate consistent major behaviours will often operate off an individualised behaviour plan and meet with a deputy principal or principal. Tier 2 and 3 should both act as a scaffold for students and educators to set progress goals so that each student can eventually return to Tier 1 support. To address disruptive behaviour in a primary setting, the positive behaviour support framework can be used in alignment with strategies such as tactical pausing and nonverbal cues. As previously mentioned, tactical pausing and nonverbal cues are behaviour management strategies typically delivered in Tier 1. If tactical pausing and nonverbal cues were ineffective, causing disruptive behaviour in the classroom to continue, the PBS framework could be implemented to provide targeted behaviour interventions. During Tier 2 and 3 interventions, teachers would reinforce and acknowledge positive behaviour to the student. In accordance with PBS, elements of tactical pausing and nonverbal cues redirect behaviour management away from a negative focus. The use of these two strategies in Tier 1 and further positive behaviour reinforcement in Tier 2 and 3 creates a consistent, positive and respectful school culture. In conclusion, building trust and rapport creates a positive classroom environment to understand each student's unique needs, strengths and challenges. Often, disruptive behaviour is caused by misplaced energy that can be redirected through positive interaction. The ABC and FBA frameworks can be used alongside tactical pausing, nonverbal cues, and the PBS behaviour management framework to encourage positive behaviour across the whole school community. Thank you for listening.